Hi, first I just want to say I have a great respect for your guys' show, and I love you all, and I love what you guys have done for, researching paranormal activity and everything. So I have two questions for you. Firstly, Steve, how many tattoos do you have exactly? And second...
Wait, hold on. Steve, how many tattoos do you have exactly?
They kind of blend together, right?
Yeah, they pretty much run together. It's just my arms and my legs are pretty much covered, and I couldn't put a number on it because they sort of, like my right arm is a continuous theme. It's not like there's a bunch of different ones.
About how many hours do you have in the chair?
Hours? Many hours.
Many weeks.
Yeah, I want to get my whole body covered, I do, but I feel like a really hairy chest and stuff. I don't want like a portrait of some ghost girl to have like a beard and all that.
Wow.
Just saying. So I stick to my arms and legs. I can't put a number, maybe 30, 25.
And I think you answered this one other year. What age did you start tattooing yourself? Or getting tattooed, excuse me.
18.
18.
Good answer, Steve. Good answer.
Good answer, Steve. All the parents in the audience, thank you.
Yes, 18
Okay.
kids.
And I saw a preview coming up that you guys did an episode with Meatloaf,
Yes.
and I was wondering how was the experience and how was he as a guest investigator?
He was like a kid in a candy store.
First off, how it all started was I got a phone call one day. Grant and I are in the airport, and I hear, "Hawes, I want to talk to you." I said, "Who's this?" He goes, "Oh, it's Meatloaf." I'm like, so we thought he was joking, but we started talking. He wanted to come on the show. He's a huge fan. He knows every single episode. To have him out there was great. When he showed up, he was a wonderful guy to everybody on the TAPS team. Knew everything about everyone. Great investigator. And I think one of the highlights, we did a great case, which was some strange stuff, but one of the highlights was he's got a new CD coming out in April of next year. And he had a CD while he was sitting with myself, Grant, his wife, and Amy Bruni in one of the Yukons. And he put it in, it's just the music. And he's like, "This is all the music from my new CD, da-da-da-da," and he started singing it for us. And he sang us like 2 songs, and it was just, I've grown up on Meatloaf. I idolize this guy.
Wait, you grew up on Meatloaf?
Yeah, and broccoli.
But I think the best part of the experience with Meatloaf is he was like a kid that drank like nothing but pixie sticks for like 3 days. He was running around, he's like, "Let's investigate!" He was freaking out, and I just got finished telling him, "Meatloaf, when you're investigating in the dark, step a little higher so you don't trip." And so he's like, all right, let's do this. And he had a video camera, and he started running towards the house in the dark. We're like, oh no. And the stairs were kind of funky, and he just biffed it, skinned up his shins, broke our camera, and just like got back up and went in and investigated.
But he took us go-karting.
Yes.
What? Oh, he took his go-kart. It'd be funny, because every morning at like 9 a.m., on my hotel room door, I'd get a knock, I'd open it up, and there'd be Meatloaf. He'd go, "You got coffee made?" "Yeah, come on." So he'd come in and stay there for 3 hours, or he'd come down and say, "Hey, guys, I just rented out the go-kart track down the road. Let's all of us go." So we spent like a whole evening, running each other off the road, which he cheats. He does cheat. I got video of it to prove it. But
That was so funny. He kept pushing you in the cones, so Dre was driving around the go-kart track with a cone
melted at the front of my go-kart.
Anyway, sorry. So it was a good experience.
Bedroom every week.
Ayo. The wife is right here, man.
Anyway, my question is, I know some of you, if not all of you, have other professions to make a living. How are your investigations spaced out throughout the year? Do you do them like back to back and back, like 3 months at a time, and then you're home with your families and stuff?
You're talking about our like roto-rooter careers and so forth? Well, for Grant and I, it's nice because even before the show took off, I had up to 11 guys working for me. And Grant and I would go out, we'd price out big jobs and stuff of that nature, so we could still do that. And while we're on the road, right, Roto-Rooter takes a hiatus, and they understand that, but when we come back, it's the norm. So, go ahead. Does anybody else have a job?
Tango is a millionaire playboy, so he didn't have to worry, he just takes the time.
Well,
I'm not a comp anymore.
I used to do magic shows a lot, and I don't do them as much anymore. but I still do magic. So if you see me outside somewhere asking me to do a magic trick, I'll do it for you. For a small fee.
For just $1 a day.
And Joe, Dustin?
I'm currently unemployed, so if anybody's hiring, I have my resume. But I do make a little money on the side doing IT work. I build computers and help people fix their computers.
Stereotype.
Everything's made in China.
You say that all the time. And he dresses up as Mr. Miyagi for parties. By the way.
I have to share, I'll answer the question, but I have to share this great Joe Chin story as well. I do work when I'm home, whenever we're home. Our schedule changes quite rapidly. I work as an anesthesia technician for oral and facial cosmetic surgery. I've been with those guys for many years, so they know when I'm in town. If they need a hand, more than happy to lend it to them. But Joe Chin, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much people don't know about Joe Chin. He could have his own show, honestly. He has an alter ego called Jackie Chin, who's English. And you'll be riding in a subway in like Singapore, and all of a sudden Jackie Chin appears and starts talking to the locals. And he does this kind of stuff all the time. He also was doing a very, very naughty rendition of Jingle Bells in the Japan airport. Very reminiscent to that you would see in A Christmas Story. And of course he can get away with it, and it's friggin' hilarious. But yeah, so Joe Chin really makes life on the road interesting.
Thank you.
I think we'd like to hear a little bit from Jackie Chin. Anybody?
Hello, how are we today? We all here looking for ghosties.
There was also a follow-up. I love how these families go. There was a follow-up on this. When you're filming the episodes, do you do it in a grouping? Do you do 6 weeks on the road, then come home for 4 weeks, or how do you do that?
It's pretty much non-stop for the last 3 years, right, honey?
Since the beginning of 4th season, it was non-stop. We got lucky. We took about 20 days off in August, which was like the first time we've had that much time off in years. So yeah, we bang it all out.
Look at us, we're only 18, and it's just not looking good. Looking rough.
Apparently Steve's on a time delay.
Did we break Steve?
I'm sorry?
I was like, did we break him? He's starting to giggle. Wait, did we break you? No, you're okay. All right.
Hi guys, your show has inspired many paranormal investigation shows, and I found out that even kids and teenagers are getting interested in doing shows of themselves. And I was wondering, do you guys have any advice for such young paranormal investigators?
Any bias for the younger?
Any advice for the younger?
Oh, it's like, yeah, I hate them all. No, no, the best advice is don't believe everything you read or see. Take everything with a grain of salt.
You know, like Hollywood makes it out to be.
There's no manual out there, so you gotta pick and choose. And honestly, on the show, it shows us investigate for like 5 minutes, and then we have activity. It's not like that. It's a lot of sitting on your butt and then watching a tape of you sitting on your butt. So it's you know, it's not an action sport.
And I recommend you going in and trying to debunk it, try to figure it out, because you know, if you're able to figure out a lot of the things, but certain things that you're not able to, and they stand on their own, well, that helps just prove that there's more solid paranormal experiences.
No breaking and entering.
No.
Just saying it. A lot of people do it and gives us a bad rap. Don't do it.
And be careful who you work with too. I mean, as anybody up here can tell you, you spend a lot of time together, and you got to make sure you're really compatible with the person you're working with, because there's a lot of give and take, and there's a lot of trust involved, and it's like any other relationship, really.